So today we are going to be making Qassatat. Now if you're from Malta or you've been to Malta a lot, you might be in one of two camps, Qassatat or pastizzi. Now Qassatat are easier to make at home, so we're going to be in that camp today. It's a Maltese pastry that you fold in a special kind of way so it looks unique.
The fillings are pretty similar from Qassatat to pastizzi, so you have ricotta, you have curried peas or piselli, and tuna and spinach.
Which we're going to have our own take on today.
We're putting our own spin on it. It's more like a tuna puttanesca.
Okay, so we're going to start with 250 grams of cold butter. If you're going to do the pastry yourself from end to end, it'll probably take you about maybe 5 minutes to put together if you have a machine, a little bit longer if you're doing it by hand, and then you're just popping it in the fridge for a further 15 minutes. So as I said, 250 grams of cold butter, that's going to make it quicker, and 400 grams of flour. Flour's going to go in here. Let's see if we can do it without spilling any. I doubt it personally. Cold butter going in. It's like that fingertip thing where you're going to make breadcrumbs, except it's going to be much quicker because it's in this machine. And we're just going to pulse. A little bit of salt, and then 2 tablespoons at least of cold water that we're going to put in while it's going. And you'll see it start to clump together, and then we'll stop it and see if we can squeeze it into a dough. So like many people might have told you about dough, the less you can touch it, the better, because you don't want to melt the butter in it. You want it to kind of melt in the oven, and that's how it's nice and buttery. You want to have those little bits in it still, those breadcrumbs that we made. What I want to do with that is just cling wrap it, pop it in the fridge, maybe about 10-15 minutes.
Okay, so now we're on to the spicy tuna filling. So in the middle we have the obvious and the vital ingredient, the tuna. We have some diced onions there. We have some tomato paste, which is going to add some moisture and bring everything together. And the capers, which are a must. It adds that sort of salty taste and that brininess that we enjoy. Daniel's quickly frying the onions for me. We'll throw that in a minute. First thing going in is tuna. Add some capers in. And tomato paste in. Okay.
Do you want some Tabasco?
That's going to be the sort of, that's the tuna puttanesca element. It'll be kind of like that spicy tuna, tomatoey flavour. So Tabasco is the natural conclusion.
Swinging hot, man.
Swinging hot,
like we used to say. Back in
Five Guys. Did we mention 5 Guys? Have we mentioned 5 Guys yet? No.
Right, cool. I've got my pastry out of the fridge. I'm just going to halve it to make it easier to roll it out, which I'm going to be doing in between 2 sheets. You don't want it to get too floury, or you won't be able to pinch it, make it stick together. It needs to be a little bit moist. And then after
Are you going to sit down, or?
I'm just explaining. Or should I sit down, do you think? Okay, so the disrespect has taken me out of the knees, and I'm now sat down. We're using a smaller one, which is good because you're going to be using lots of different, well, 3 different fillings, and you want to try each one and start rolling out. The reason I'm rolling mine out in between 2 pieces of greaseproof paper is because you don't want it to get dried out by this flour. If you use too much of it, you can't pinch the edge as much as you might want, and it will just kind of come apart. Cool, so I'm just going to collect up the bits, the cuttings, and re-roll them again. We can re-roll them maybe twice, I'd say, and then still get a good texture. So what we're going to be doing is gathering a nice amount of our filling just in the centre. We need something we can build our Qassatat around the shape. We need a little bit of moisture on the ends, so we're just going to brush with water. So we're going to be pleating it. I bring up the edge here, and I fold it over my finger like that, and I just pinch. So I pinch those together, and then I move it around. You see a little hole there, doesn't really matter. Pleat, pinch, pleat, pinch. You see what we're getting here? We're getting these shapes here. Pleat, pinch, pinch, whatever. We're this, and we're bringing it up into the middle. So by the end, when you bring it together, you're going to have like a little nozzle like that.
Quite a small opening.
Yeah, quite a small opening. When they're bigger, it's obviously a little bit easier, and perhaps you complete them less times, but that's what we're going with. I like that. So I'm just giving it a nice egg wash, which is going to help it to go that golden brown that we want it to. I'm also going to be sprinkling just a little bit of paprika on our tuna puttanesca inspired Qassatat. Our granddad's favourite Qassatat was the pea cake, as we would say, pastizzi, and that's actually my favourite as well, so that's the one I'm looking forward to eating. Just to let you know. These are ready to go in the oven. We're going to have it at 200. No, we're not. We're going to have it at about 180. And they'll be in there for maybe 20-25 minutes. I'll let you know at the end.
He's a prince, he's a beautiful dancer. He's a rose outside in the rain. He was love, he was light, he was younger. But he'll never be the same again. He was crass, he was shy, what a leader. He was torn from the night till the day. He was troubled as all men should be. And we were born on the very same day. Storm into the sea. And we were home still. And we were hopeful, so broken and docile. And we were home still. We were hopeful, so broken. How to be the perfect window. How to sweep a storm into the sea. How to be the perfect perfect color window, and how to sweep a storm into the sea, how to be the perfect color window, how to sweep a storm into the sea, into the sea. Oh.
Misa off li għal-sjuf tolra zani xemx milita kwina li fella ħalda id-dak sta monita għall-inwi tal-għal fil-ħarifa il-maġ bid-dikil tal-prim kaħal kuġili t-benezzija fid-dawl safrani ta' bozza tal-mija inu tajta sma veloċa ta' tibgira il-ma kun senturi kun senturi kun senturi kun senturi kun senturi.
It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Yeah, awesome, boys. Bang.
Take one, man. This is gold. We need you to take one.
Just take one.
Oh!